there is, we've spent a lot of time over the years talking about Alex Jones. And, folks, this is a crisis period for this show because Alex Jones is in a crisis period.
Crises period.
A crises. There's multiple crises. The first crisis is that he needs funding badly.
It's not that I'm an arrogant man. It's not that I'm a proud man. It's just that I want to do things myself. I've never taken a loan for this operation. I'm the type of guy that always, since even in high school, I bought my first used car when I was 16 with my own money. Then later, my dad bought me a new truck. He's like, I got a piece of crap. Here's a new truck. And then,
wait a second. Wait, what? I'm somebody who does everything myself, except for that time that my dad bought me the truck. So what I did is I bought a car for $150, and my dad got me an $8,000 truck.
You're like, I had to get stuff from my dad passive aggressively. I would save some of the change that I got from my allowance to get bad things, and then he'd see that I had bad things, and then he'd feel bad and get me the good thing. In other words, I always did it by myself.
My point is, I'm trying to say that I'm a self-made man.
I was 16 with my own money. Then later, my dad bought me a new truck. He's like, I got a piece of crap. Here's a new truck. And but I love that car I bought myself. I built all this because of your support, because of you. You built InfoWars. You are InfoWars.
Wait. I love that transition. But I want you to know I love that car. I drove the truck. The truck was better. But I love that car, and I built this by myself.
But I'm going to get on the phone today, and I'm going to call some of the folks that have offered a lot of money, and I'm going to just say, because there's no strings attached anyways, but I'm going to say, listen, this is about all of us. I need a lot of money. And by the way, I don't just need that $500,000 or that $50,000 you offered. I need you to.
Hey, can I just also say, like, there is a big difference in my mind between $500,000 and $50,000. Like almost, I would say $500,000 is almost like 10 times $50,000. But for him, it's just like 50, 500, whatever. I need 1.3 million.
$500,000 or that $50,000 you offered. I need you to understand, unless you want to evacuate the U.S., I need everything you can give us. You can come and see what we're doing with the money. I want to get aggressive. I can do some Project Veritas stuff nobody's seen. I can break them with what they did with this Hillary lawyer, but I need major firepower. And I got an army of licensed former military people ready as private investigators and others, and our other forces who are ready to go. But they'll do it for free. Just like the groups we've got busting pedophile rings right now, they just got to have the funding for the basic operations. And we busted over 30 pedophiles, including children that were being held as slaves. That's going to come out very, very soon. I funded a group working with law enforcement.
Pause. What he's talking about is he needs to hire a team of writers to create more fictional conspiracy theories.
That aren't libelous.
Because I'm going to need, listen, they'll do it for free. But what we need is lawyers who are going to vet this stuff to see if the people we're talking about are public figures, and we have more room for both libel, slander, depending on which medium we're going to be using over the course of this. So I'm going to need a lot of money unless you want to evacuate the United States. And so it's going to be cheaper for you in the long run to just give me the money.
Basic funding, that's going to come out. That's why they're pissed at me. Is because we're really putting our money where our mouth is. And so that's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about. There you go.
That's so awesome. Man. You know, like, we ask for money on our shows because that is literally how, like, it happens, and it allows us to do these things and survive and everything. But, like, to get to the point where you're just like, I'm just going to need the money to save the planet. I got to get to that point. That's awesome.
Did you see him begging one of the Parkland kids over Twitter to be nicer to him?
What's going down with him, I'm not quite sure these days.
He's having a tough time.
Now,
I flew too close to the sun.
Okay, there's a lot of people out there like Michael who are going to be a little cynical. Alex Jones is saying, "Oh, you're going to have to evacuate the United States unless you give me money." He's just trying to do a sales job. He doesn't need that money. or a lot of people are saying, like, is he really going to spend the money on an army of licensed former military people who are now private investigators to create a bigger than Project Veritas, almost like a Project Uber Veritas or something? Or is Alex Jones concerned that he may be facing some legal jeopardy? Rob Jacobson, a former video editor who worked for InfoWars for 13 years, alleges that his coworkers and managers called him the Jewish individual and the resident Jew, and that Jones regularly humiliated and belittled him.
Just because I work in a conspiracy network doesn't mean that I want to be bullied for my heritage. There is an international banking conspiracy, but it's like Spectre. It's very diverse.
The Mail, the Daily Mail, wrote the abuse got so bad that under that one member of staff photo shopped Jacobson's face onto photoshopped Jacobson's face onto the image of an Orthodox Jew under the words "the Jewish individual demands your hot topics," and printed it out for all to see.
He's trying to help the guy get his job together, and he's complaining about it.
And Jacobson was eventually fired.
Eventually.
And he's planning to sue Jones for discrimination, harassment, unfair dismissal, in addition to his Equal Opportunity Commission complaint.
I was trying to plant a story about why Puerto Ricans are spreading SARS across the United States, and all I got was anti-Semitism. It was so unfair.
Meanwhile, Ashley Beckford, who was a former PA for InfoWars' parent company, Free Speech Systems, alleges Jones, quote, often spent his time shirtless and endlessly leering at female employees and guests, which created a disgusting, hostile environment that openly encourages staff to make inappropriate comments towards women. Beckford, who is African-American, Jones made unwanted sexual advances, allegedly groping her while commenting, "Who wouldn't want to have a black wife?" So
I had no idea that Alex Jones was that progressive.
Alex Jones.
No idea he was that far thinking.
That's right. Alex Jones may be a little bit concerned about money, but let's give Alex Jones the opportunity to address these charges.
It's letting us kind of an emergency take over here because I'm a sexual assaulter, according to Newsweek. And what was the other thing? And I'm grooming men for gay sex because we're in a big editing suite and we're trying to light a guy for a bodybuilding shot. This is all admitted in HR. He said it. Yeah, it says how to light a bodybuilder, and there's images of men in this editing bay in Speedos. And we're like, that's all in HR. But the point is that he says, I went in and saw gay porn, and I think that's grooming for gay sex 4 years ago. And then a girl hugs me, she says, which I didn't even do.
Pause it. What? Where is this fired InfoWars staffer claiming that he was teased as the resident Jew? Apparently, it doesn't seem to be addressing this. Does he address it a little bit later? That's very strange. He goes down to the third bullet point. Jacobson also claimed that Jones called him beefcake. All right, let's keep going.
That's a very nice thing to call a sort of weird Jewish researcher guy.
Yeah.
And then a girl hugs me, she says, which I didn't even do, by the way. I don't get a room with a woman. Well, I'm like Pence. I won't get on elevators with women alone now. Seriously, I see one woman getting on, I don't do it. And then that is sexually assaulting her. I mean, that may fly in the fake news media. That's not flying even in front of a Democrat jury. My lawyers are good, and they say, my God.
I've got the best Jew lawyers.
Ridiculous. I mean, this is, but let me tell you something. It doesn't matter. People walk by and say, you lost your kids, even though I didn't. People walk by and say, you know, all this stuff because the left just takes talking points. They say that there's Mars bases I reported on that kids live on. I never said that. They just say it. But it doesn't matter. That's the zombie. So let me ask you, Anthony Cumia. We'll take over in a couple segments. Appreciate you letting me board this operation.
Wait, what? Anthony Cumia?
Hey, is this Anthony? Is this Bromowitz, and Baramowitz, and Goldbergowitz? I've been saying a lot of anti-Semitic stuff.
Now, what happened to Anthony Cumia? Does he still have a show?
He's got his own deal, just like this show. He's got his own, you know.
But what happened to their show that they had? Didn't the Anthony Opie show? That was on Sirius? He got fired from Sirius years ago.
What was it for? I think it might have something to do with freaking out at a black chick on the street.
Okay. All right.
What a surprise.
Now, all these charges of me being, having problem with women and race. Let's talk to someone who has actual problems with women and race.
I never assaulted anybody at a hotel. It's a complete lie. Now, Dominique Strauss-Kahn joins us. I would never abuse a hotel maid like that. Dominique Strauss-Kahn, second hour here.
Unbelievable.
And I made this.